in a story that didn't get a lot of coverage this week. It got some, but the FBI arrested an executive with the Volkswagen Corporation on conspiracy charges regarding, remember the whole thing a few months ago when Volkswagen deliberately concealed the emissions its cars were putting out by tinkering with the software that measured those emissions. They finally got an arrest on that. A Volkswagen executive named Oliver Schmidt was picked up in Florida. He is a German citizen. He was formerly the top emissions compliance manager for Volkswagen here in the United States, and he was arrested last Saturday on a charge of conspiracy to defraud the United States. Now, this is being described as an escalation of the criminal investigation into cheating by Volkswagen, and it comes amid talks between the companies and the U.S. Justice Department about what penalties Volkswagen should pay. Now, there are a couple of things that are very interesting about this story. First of all, it was interesting just inherently that they were able to use software and data to mislead the country so systematically. Now, Schmidt played a central role, apparently, in convincing all the regulators that these excess emissions, once they finally caused them, were caused by a mistake, a technical problem, rather than deliberately cheating the American people, which is what it turns out that the Volkswagen Corporation was doing. Well, now the truth has come out, and a Volkswagen executive, Oliver Schmidt, is going to face charges of conspiracy. Now, that, of course, is inherently a good thing. When a corporate executive or anyone else commits a crime, they should pay for it. But it raises the obvious question. Every single major bank in the United States of America also systematically defrauded the American people, including what Oliver Schmidt did, which was to mislead and systematically deceive regulators, whether it was J.P. Morgan Chase, which is run by Jamie Dimon, whether it is Wells Fargo, which is run by John Stumpf, whether it is Citigroup, which includes many veterans of the Bill Clinton administration and the planned but or expected but now non-existent Hillary Clinton administration, many Democrats, many Obama veterans at Citigroup as well. All of these banks and more systematically defrauded, misled regulators, provided false information, systematically defrauded investors, systematically defrauded the American people, homeowners, borrowers, you name it, on and on and on, with the massive way. And by the way, let us not forget that Wells Fargo, which created all those more than 1 million phony accounts in order to maximize its profits, a board member of Wells Fargo, while that was going on, is going to be the Secretary of Transportation, Elaine Chao. She went before the Senate, wasn't even asked about it. So the question is, why is Volkswagen executive Oliver Schmidt arrested and nobody at the banks are? I got two answers for you. The banks are American, and the banks have better political connections here in the United States. Now, of course, we're not saying that Oliver Schmidt shouldn't be arrested. Far from it. We're saying that the same level of enforcement should go on and should happen at American banks, but that's not going to happen under our political system of legalized corruption, and that's what we need to change.